Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is another edition of Meet the Candidate, and today we have Dr. Irene Pinkard, who is a candidate for mayor of Oxnard. Is that correct, Irene?
That is correct.
And we are so happy to have you here in our studios here at Food Share today.
And I'm happy being here.
Before we get into some of the political things that we're going to discuss, let's let our viewing audience get a little bit of a chance to know who Dr. Irene Pinkard is.
The real person.
The real person. You shared with me that you grew up in Riverside, California.
Yes, I did. From the age of 6. My parents migrated here from Florida, where my family is. They came from Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, to West Riverside, where we were in humble beginnings. And I tell people we lived in a chicken coop when we first moved here because there was no place to stay, and my father had come and brought us all on a bus, and trying to find housing was a problem. So I can understand people in affordable housing.
Wow.
Because it was a difficult situation for us. And I remember living in the chicken coop, and it rained, and the rain came through the ceiling because it wasn't made for anyone to live in. And so we finally moved after about 5 or 6 months to a house further down the street in West Riverside. So when we talk about affordable housing, I'm all for it. Having
a roof over your head is what we're really talking
yes,
about.
right.
Too.
That's true.
So now, did you go to school in Riverside?
Yes, I did. I went to elementary school at Irving Elementary School. Went to junior high school. We called it junior high school then. At University High School, junior high school, and then Polytechnic High School, which is now the Riverside City College, because we had a high school that was across the street from the community college, and over the years it has merged, and the Poly High School that we used to have has moved into another location.
Oh, interesting. And then you went on to college and...
First went to Riverside City College.
Right.
Yay, community college. And then went to Cal State University, Long Beach for my bachelor's and my master's and my doctorate in educational psychology from Nova University in Florida. So I was able to be with my family when I went there.
Okay, so now your attachment to Oxnard certainly has to come through the marriage to your husband, Bedford?
Yes, it does. His brother, Daniel Pinkard, was my minister, and he introduced us.
Wow.
I guess he thought I needed rescuing.
Well.
So he introduced me to his brother.
And you've been married for how long?
25 years. We had our 25th wedding anniversary on August 1st.
Wow, and this is how you moved to Oxnard and became an Oxnard citizen.
That's right.
And Bedford certainly was into having been a city council person for
12 years.
12 years, yeah, we were talking about that before, but you somehow became an elected official through the school board. What year was that?
Let's see, 2002 or 3.
Somewhere around there.
Right.
And what made you decide?
1998.
Okay. And what made you decide to run for an elected office, especially the school board?
Well, I've always had a heart for young people, and I still do. They are my heart. And I was watching some of the decisions that were being made, working with the young people in the community, and wondering why would they make a decision like that and not have PE, for instance? Or why would they not want you to take history and geography? Or why are you taking these classes and not being able to graduate and having classes that you don't need that would get you into a college, because they were courses that wouldn't give them the credits they need for a 4-year college. And I thought to myself, well, I'm an educator. I can be on a school board and make some decisions that would be more amenable to working and keeping the students in the center of my thinking when I made those decisions. So I decided, why not run for the school board?
And you had very many productive years doing
Yes, I
that.
did. I enjoyed that 10 years.
Exactly. And then Bedford retired a couple of years ago. He did not run for elected office again, and you chose to run for city council.
Yes, I thought a voice would be missing. He and I are very much alike in terms of what we think about our community. We love the community, we love young people, and we have a heart for inclusion. And I thought that would be lost without him being there. And so we looked around and said, who should we support to run to fill the void? And then the finger pointed back at me.
Oh, wow.
That's what happened.
Okay. Well, that was a lucky thing for the residents of Oxnard.
Well, thank you.
We thank you. Before we get into the existing race, we do have to talk about, you do have somebody in your family that you're pretty proud of. Well, at least I know Bedford always talks about that. We have a grandson that's a pretty good athlete, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Share that with our audience.
Well, let me say first, so that my other grandsons don't get upset with me, we're proud of all our grandsons. We have 3.
Okay.
And Josh is one of them. We have Conrad, we have Dee, and then we have Josh. Josh is the athlete who was outstanding at USC and was on the Seattle Seahawks for a while.
Mariners.
Yes.
Right.
Seattle Seahawks, yes.
Right.
And so we're very proud of him. He's just a good person. He's my grandson, but he's just a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah.
And he cares about his community as we do.
And you being, that's what you care about, or the other young people in this community, knowing you as I have known you over the years, now you have selected to run for another office. In Oxnard, it's a little different than some of the other places where there is a position of mayor that gets elected,
right.
Rotated. Can you share with us how that works and what caused you to want to put your hat in the ring, so to say?
Sure. I know that other cities, they will rotate the mayorship. Oxnard is in one of those positions where they elect the mayor. And I understand the reason they did that is because they skipped over some people who should have been rotated, so then they started electing the mayor. I decided that it was time for my leadership of inclusion and community mindedness when I looked at the field of who would be running for mayor. I will be a full-time mayor. It will not be something I do along with another job. I think the city deserves a full-time mayor who has leadership skills, that can make hard decisions, that will include everyone in the community, and will make sure that the 3 stools of community are always included, and that's the residents, the city, and the businesses. Without those 3 legs of the stool, you cannot have a viable community. And that is what I bring to the table, along with my leadership skills and inclusiveness, to make sure that the future of Oxnard stays bright and viable.
Dr. Pinkard, I could not have heard nicer words coming out with that type of emotion. So we want to thank you very, very much for coming here and sharing this with our viewing audience. Is there anything you'd like to leave the citizens of Oxnard as a comment, before we end this discussion?
Well, I want to first thank you for having me here and let the citizens know that when they elect me as their mayor, they are electing someone who cares about the community, who will include everyone in the conversation, bring everyone to the table, and make sure that the decisions we make will be led by someone who wants to make sure that what we do is for the benefit of all of the community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.